Fáilte. So today I'd like to talk about the steps, the principles of creating peace and joy in our lives and creating experiences that we want to have in our lives. And many of you are familiar with the law of attraction. And it's become very, very mainstream and very popular. But a lot of people are not familiar with the extra principles that are on top of the basic three. So the basic three principles being ask, it's given, and you receive. A lot of people feel that somehow they must be getting it wrong, that they're broken or something because they've been using these principles, they're not having the results. Well, today I want to elaborate on those spiritual laws because really an awful lot of the information out there is very, very three-dimensional, and we're now in fifth dimensional reality and we have access to a lot more in-depth information. And I found these principles they created massive shifts in my own personal experience as well as those in my clients and in my classes. I can see that when these are implemented, it really, really has a profound impact. So yes, you have to ask, and that happens automatically. It's just part of being in a physical time-space reality on Earth. When you want something, it just organically happens. You're exuding desire and wanting of specific and general experiences all day, every day. Then we have, it's done. Number two, it's in the metaphysics of it, in spirit, that's done, that's created. And then step three is we receive. So we go into receptive mode. And receptive mode, for many people, is a tricky one because we're so trained out of receptive mode from childhood. And receptive mode is trusting. It's knowing. It's absolute knowing in what you want and having tunnel clear vision on sticking with that and keeping focus on that. Now, many people have done this and still haven't got the results they want. So what's missing? Well, step 4 and step 5. So step 4 is you get into a consistent, everyday receptivity. So the receptive principle becomes your everyday approach to life. It is your default mode. You are consistent. You're not wobbling in your vibration. So you're not asking and then freaking out because it didn't happen 5 minutes later. You're not asking and then throwing a wobbler because you actually have so many deep doubts about it. Step 4 is it hasn't happened yet, but I know it's going to come, and I know that it's going to come at the perfect time. And this is how I had shifts in my own life. I stopped staying in step 1. I stopped to continuously ask and ask and ask. I moved into a state of receptivity, of the yin, the feminine. I stepped into a state of allowing. So I allowed life to happen to me. And that meant taking action. That meant getting my hands into life, into the creative juices of things. Integrating into the outside world, joining things to do with my dream, to do with what I wanted, trusting in the people that were being brought into my experience. Because by law of attraction, when you set a desire in motion, the universe starts to set up these meetings. You cross paths with people who will lead to the creation of what you're wanting. So I started to trust those rendezvous, those meetings with people, And also, and I think this is really imperative, I got busy with getting happy. I got busy with my work. I threw myself in to my healer work, my meditation classes, my channeling seminars, working on my business, just really got my teeth into the meat of life, and just spent a lot of quality time with my friends, with my loved ones, with my family. And it's not that you're giving up on your dream, it's that you're stepping out of the way, you're going into receptive mode, so you're surrendering, you're allowing life to wash over you, and you're allowing life to flow into your energy. And that really, it raises your vibration. So step 4 is about having a consistent, steady, peaceful, joyful well-being. It's about creating a sense of well-being and keeping it relatively steady. Now, that's not to say that you're not going to have bad days and that you're not going to have a few days here and there where you get a little bit off kilter, and that's fine. But this is where step 5 comes in, because step 5 is don't freak out when you have a step 1 moment. Don't throw a wobbler because shit happens. That's what step 5 is. And that's, if you can get through those steps and get to step 5 and actually keep step 5 strong in your energy, you're a master. You're a master with energy, because we have this notion that by being spiritual beings, everything should be perfect. I'm a conscious person. I'm on the spiritual path. I know, I've read all the books. I've been to all the seminars. I know all the principles. Drop that fantasy. You are on Earth, and Earth is about challenges. It's about growth. It's about expansion. Any physical incarnation is about expanding consciousness. And challenge and contrast and unwanted rocky experiences, painful experiences are part of your contrast. It's part of the deal. So don't have this perfectionistic idea that you've done all the steps, and if a step 1 happens again, if something happens that's unwanted, that makes you ask even stronger, step 5 is about, I don't freak out, I don't lose the plot, I don't have a spiritual tantrum. I just take a deep breath and say, oh, the cycle starts again. And that's all part of the creative process. It's part of my journey. It's part of my expansion. When you can say that and get to that place and honestly mean it sincerely with yourself, because remember, the universe is not responding to what you say outside and what you say to your friends and what you say to your mother. The universe is responding to your energetic output, which is happening all the time. When you reach that point of consistency in having an inner core of peace, having an inner sense of joy that's untouchable by outside experiences, and not letting your vibration fall to pieces and crumble because you have something unwanted or negative happen. That's the power of doing all the steps together. And when you're able to hold that joy, just for the sake of joy, for no other reason, not because what you demanded happened, not because everything's wonderful in your life and your boss is treating you well and money's flowing in, or your boyfriends or girlfriends being nice to you. There is an inner well of spiritual connection with Source that is a source of joy. When you're able to tap into that consistently, that's when amazing things happen in life. That's when you are minding your own business and the angels bring you the most perfect opportunity, the perfect partner. Maybe I shouldn't use the word perfect, because I think that this probably got too many connotations with it. But the right opportunity, the opportunity that is right for you right now. A partner that is what you're looking for, a partner that really resonates on a heart level, that's a satisfying relationship, a meaty, satisfying, joyful experience, whatever you're looking for. When you can be consistent, when you can build up a momentum in your energy, have this snowball effect, we call it momentum, in your aura of steadiness, calmness, inner joy, connectedness. You don't have to be walking around with a big smile on your face, feeling the joys of spring all the time, but there's a sense of connectedness, a sense of satisfaction with the everyday living of life. When you're able to hold that, and again, hold that, maybe that's not the right word, when you're able to integrate that so that it's secure in your heart of hearts, that's when manifestation will happen. So I hope that's helpful. One other thing I will say that's vital to create that peace, to create that inner confidence in life, a confidence that, yes, what I want wants me. What I want is flowing into my life now. Everything is part of the journey and it's all unfolding in perfect time. What creates that confidence is meditation. Absolutely. Meditation every day. Amongst the other things like eating well, exercise, making time for friends and family. Yes, all those things, but really meditation, baby. That is the key. And for my clients, I say, if you can if you really want to just keep it at a minimum, if that's all the time you have for what's your busy schedule, 15 minutes, 15 tiny minutes of quietening your mind, focusing on your breath, being still. Oh my God. You do that every day. Give yourself, if you don't believe in it, give yourself a trial period of 30 days. 30 days is all it takes to shift any negative habits. That's been proven. So 30 days is all the human mind, the human energy needs to really shift things forward. Meditate for 15 minutes for 30 days. Do all the other steps that I told you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get busy. Take action toward your desires. Trusting that what you want wants you. And you will see miracles happen in your life. Namaste.